I'm watching, we're talking. That's Reece, I'm Jeff. Yes! You guys are watching the All That After show. Let's get into it.
I'm Maria Menounos, and you're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, with the buzz.
Yeah. What's up, guys? What's up, people of the universe? We are out here. This is the All That After show. We are just vibing right now, just living our best lives. How are you guys doing? Hey, thank you guys for joining us. I am your host, Jeff Williams, but I am not alone today. I have, not only is she a cast member, but she is one of these stars of All That. Reece, how are you doing?
I am good. How are you?
I'm doing great. First off, your jacket is popping. It is the All That yellow. It's perfect for this set right now. We got AfterBuzz, we got All That, we got your jacket, you're buzzing, we're all buzzing. And I want to say thank you guys for being here. This is the after show for All That. We are talking about episodes 9, season 11. And there was a lot going on in this episode. We saw the Pranklers. The Pranklers are back, so that was fun. Yeah. And all the mischievous stuff that they're getting into or not getting into, depending on how you see it.
A little at the end, not so much in the beginning and middle.
Very true. And then we have the All That Talent show. All That Got Talent. We have more of that. We have Cancel with Nathan, which I have a bone to pick with Nathan because I like me some reboots. And then Vital Information from yours truly. That's what's up. That's what's up. So we have a lot of stuff to talk about. We got that. We got some news that's big, and All That fans are gonna love the news that we have to tell you guys today. And then we're just gonna be talking to you, getting more information about you. And this is gonna be your hour. So we are here for you.
Thanks, guys.
Before we get into that, let's just talk about the first skit was the Pranklers. So we saw Ryan and Lex back at it again. This time in the locker room, trying to prank whoever for whatever reason, and failing miserably. What have you been in those scenes with them yet? Have you been in any of the Prankler scenes?
I have not, but my love for Pranklers is undying. I love that sketch because it's me on April Fools.
Mm-hmm.
My sister Maddie, she is the true April Fool's pranking genius. She is a mastermind at it. She will plan like years in advance, and they're always the best for her and the worst for us.
Are you a big April Fool's fan?
I am. I do love April Fools. It's a really good holiday.
You know, I'm gonna be selfish, but I really love April Fools as well. Side note, that is also my birthday, so that is why I like April Fools. But yes, so speaking of pranks, who is the biggest prankster on the set?
Me.
Okay, well, since you said it's you, what are some of those pranks that you've done so far then?
Okay, so I'm not...
I don't want to put you on the spot and like tell on yourself. All right, what are some of the pranks that other people have done?
Okay, so one of our writers, so I had this bad phase where I would take people's key cards from there. I'm not proud of this at all. But I would just like ninja in and I would just nab them and they wouldn't even notice. I am proud of that part. So over lunch, one of our writers decided to sneak into my room and take everything out of it except for the couch. And so I walk in, all of like the decorations, the giant bear I have in the corner, which I love him, they're all gone. And I immediately know who it is because this is very like her to do. So I go upstairs, and all of it is just carefully placed around her office. And I'm like, Bex, how could you? And she was like, I'm just getting back at you. And I was like, mean.
I like that. I was going to say, there's definitely, if you didn't already get her back, you should get her back after that one because she's just taking everything from your dressing room.
I took a couple of things out of her office.
So it's all fair.
Yeah, so no, we're on even ground now.
Oh, okay, that's good. That's good. Yeah, so this episode there was the Pranklers with Ryan and Lex and everything. So that was cool. Do they do any pranks behind the scenes, or is it just more on camera?
They're probably really, really good at pranks, but they don't do them on set.
Okay,
they don't do them. I like to think that they're like as bad at pranks as Chat and Zeke are. But that's probably not true. They're probably masterminds at it.
Hey, they're not masterminds on the set. So we'll see. Hopefully they don't get you and let you be the prankster of the group, so you're always getting them. But other than that, we had the All That Talent show, the All That Got Talent, where we saw everybody having their own talents. We got the Ha Harmonizers. Reece, you're losing in your stare competition. I was rooting for you. I thought you had this one.
So I'm pretty good at staring contests, but it's really hard when the other person you're doing them with literally cannot blink.
I was like, physically, I don't know if you're gonna win this one.
I really, in my heart, I thought I was going to. So.
We talked about this before when we were watching the show. I asked you, I was like, what kind of favorite things or what kind of interests that you have or talents and stuff like that. You're like, I don't have any. And then I saw you draw, and I was like, what do you mean? I was like, you're a great drawer. And I was like,
I draw. I don't consider that a hidden talent, though. I'll just do it whenever I can.
Yeah, it's like a slight flex. Just slight flex. I don't draw anything. I just like Picasso. So it's just a thing that you. So what else do you do that you would love that you haven't been able to portray on screen yet?
Well, I haven't done an artist sketch yet, which is one that I want to do. I'm pitching that to the writers. But I haven't I don't know. I can't think of any right now.
I got you. No, I mean, hey, but I'm waiting for the artist because I want to see more of that because you are very creative, and I just noticed that while we were just talking, while we were just mingling and everything. So you guys definitely need to check out her artistry and all her drawings and everything, and hopefully we will see that on the show. But yeah, so there was the Ha Harmonizers. There was you losing in the staring contest, and then Chengun. He was all over the place this episode. Not only did he drink a bottle of water in 2 seconds, but he was stuck on that ventriloquist, and he just could not understand any of it.
The thing is that he actually didn't get how it worked behind the scenes. So we added that in. During in the middle of the week, we added that in because the writers were noticing it and they were like, does he actually not get how this works? But it's really confusing. Okay, I'll give him that one because when Darcy Lynn was originally doing it on America's Got Talent, I was like, that's not real. I was like, nobody can tell me that that's real and I will believe them. And it's not real. She's amazing.
Yeah. So you said that was added in there. Was she planning to do sketches for the show? Because usually there's a lot of guests that don't do too many sketches, but she was in there throughout the whole episode.
She wanted to be in all of the sketches that she could be in, and we were like, okay. We love having her on the show.
Yeah, and were you able to hang out and get to know her and everything?
Yeah, she's super sweet.
That's really cool. That's really cool, man. And it's always great to see the guests mingling with you guys and interacting because they've established, they've been around, and especially someone that's somewhat of you guys' age, it's probably cool to see.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, I don't want to jump too far, but people being your age, how was the Henry Danger set? Because I talked to your other cast members about how you guys got to mingle and everything. How was being on that set?
Dude, okay, so it's so surreal being on it because I remember watching it and be like, dude, that's so rad. How did they make that? But it so they are so nice to us. We work on the same studio as them, so they have their little studio area and we have ours, and then we share a crafty area, so we see them all the time. They're so nice to us. They're just honestly really great people, and so being able to do the crossover and going to their studio, that was really cool.
Yeah, I was just saying, I know the studio would be cool and seeing the set, but how was it when you got to meet them for the first time? Because you guys are working and they're just the same hallways. So seeing Jason Norman and all the other characters or actors from the show, how was that working or being around them?
Well, the first time we saw them, they were just okay. So Jace and I can't remember his name right now. They were in their Captain Man and Kid Danger costumes, and they were just chatting in the hallway. And I'm like, dude, you guys are so cool. How are you just standing there talking?
I was I can totally relate because I went to all that cast party that you guys had at the beginning of the season, and when I saw Kale, for me, I'm a OG All That guy. I was raised watching it, raised watching Nat, Keenan, Kale, Good Burger. So when I had to play it cool. I was like, look, I'm at work. Let's be professional. But in my mind, I'm like, what do you mean, Kel? Kel, you're right there. Do you know how?
Dude, you're just
It's Good Burger. Why aren't you behind this? It's just freaking out. So I can imagine that. So that had to have been a great time. And being able to work with them. And, have you been able to, talk to them? And do you, any notes they've been able to give you guys?
Well, the first thing Jace told us when we met him, he was like, prepare to be tired at season 2. And we were like, thank you. He was like, make sure you have like a regular-ish sleep schedule because acting schedules are weird sometimes. Because you can have a call time that is at like 3 p.m. and then the night before they will add you into a sketch or they're like 20 your characters. And so then you get in at like 8 a.m. and you're like, I should have been asleep like 3 hours ago.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of, but like, make sure you get enough sleep and you'll be fine.
That's what's up. So they did give you some nuggets, even if it was just sleeping. That's probably huge.
Yeah.
I would say y'all need your sleep because doing different sketches, different scenes, different people every day. It's a lot.
Yeah.
So to talk about different people, talk about Nathan. He's out here canceling a lot of things, and I have a bone to pick with Nathan, and I feel like we all should.
I do too, because I have in my head when he cancels things, they just sort of poof out of thin air.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're just gone after that.
So,
And
is he gonna poof out of thin air?
I guess so, and I guess I'm going to I'm afraid I'm just gonna like disappear one day because he canceled reboots.
My whole Sunday's gonna poof out thin air because I do the after show with
Yeah.
y'all. So Nathan, what's good? What am I supposed to do?
My bro.
My God, what are you doing? No, so his whole thing was canceling reboots, and Lex had to let him know. I was like, hey, bruh, not
Lex was
this
like,
one.
don't do it. Lex is like, don't do it. Don't do it.
Not the one. So, obviously, All That being a reboot, did you know of the original All That when you were interviewing for it?
Yeah, I had heard of it. I had seen a couple of the sketches, but I hadn't. It ended the year before I was born,
Yep.
so I didn't grow up with it. But I had heard of I knew off the top of my head what Good Burger was. Like I knew those iconic sketches, but
Yeah.
I didn't get in. I hadn't watched a full episode
I
before.
feel it. You could have just said you didn't watch it. You didn't have to say that you were born after it aired.
Well, I'm
it only
sorry,
makes
I
me
just-
feel old, but it's fine. Other
You're
than
not
that,
old, Jeff.
Other than that, I only have gray hair right here, but it's fine. I bleach it, so we're good. I'm still young and pretty all day.
Definitely.
No, but so he canceled it. Are there any reboots that you would love to have come back, or any shows that you would love to be rebooted? I guess.
Ooh,
Ooh,
iCarly.
facts. I like that.
iCarly. Just hear me out.
Mm-hmm.
iCarly.
It's like,
That's a show that should come back.
wait, bring it back, Cameron. iCarly.
iCarly.
So wasn't one of the guys on iCarly, was he a director for you guys, or did he come on the set? Or have you not met any of the people from iCarly?
No.
So I'm just wrong 100%.
We had Phil Lewis from The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody come and direct our show, which was really, really rad.
That is Mr. Mosby, right?
Yes, Mr. Mosby.
See, that's another one.
Dude, he was just sort of chilling on set, and I looked at him and I had to do a double take. I was like, is that Mr. Mosby? Is that you? It was a little.
That's one person, if he told me his name, I'm like, that's fine, but Mr. Mosby.
In my heart, you're Mr. Mosby.
But Mr. Mosby, I have a question. So
Yeah, you're not.
I'm not gonna call you by your real name. I know you. I was raised on Mr. Mosby, so
Yeah.
I feel that, and that is really cool. Did you ask him any Sweet Life of Zach and Cody questions?
We did ask him a couple of them, and
I'd be disappointed if you didn't.
thank you. I appreciate
I was
it.
like, 'cause I have
And he was
some.
like, yes, you guys can call me Mr. Mosby on set. And we were like, thank you.
That's it.
I was like, I wasn't going to call him by his actual name because, Mr. Mosby is his name.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's definitely. I'm gonna just say mine is definitely a Sweet Life. I don't even know if I want a reboot. I want a sequel. I want the same characters. I want Mr.
Yeah.
Mosby. I want Zach and Cody. I want
all of them.
Yes, Ashley Tisdale. I need her back as I need
her.
I need them all. Need a whole cast, and we also, which reboot you said?
iCarly.
Bring it back as well.
Please, thank you.
And if not, just have a crossover for you guys to go on iCarly or
Yeah.
something. I think that could be cool.
Please, thank you.
But before we get into, we have another sketch with Is Yours. But before we get into that, I want to just throw it to the give it to the fans and just say we appreciate you guys for continuously watching and streaming, and also just engaging with us. We always have a live chat going on where they're asking questions and everything. So just want to say thank you for that. And if you guys are watching on YouTube, remember to subscribe and give us that like. And if you guys are watching on iTunes or Spotify, give us 5 stars because I need all 5 of them. I don't like nothing else. But yeah, we appreciate it for you guys continuously watching us and making us the ESPN of TV talk. But now, what is the vital information of the day?
Okay, you ready, you guys? Green cheese is always moldy. Blue cheese is always gross.
You heard it right here, and I've never heard a bigger fact than that because I don't like nothing to do with blue cheese.
No, I look at it and I go. Excuse me, I'm just.
First off, it's like, I mean, I guess there's some blue in it, but like it's mainly white. So,
and it's lame, first of all.
And it's disgusting.
It's gross.
And we just got regular cheese. Like, why do we need to mess it up?
Yeah. You guys, we have like, why? Just why?
Yes. So I'm glad you gave us some knowledge, and that was definitely vital information. But this is not the first rendition of vital information. We've had vital information before in the previous season, or in the previous rendition when it was not a reboot, it was the original cast. What was it like having that torch passed down to you?
Dude, this was so cool because when I first met Lori Beth Denberg, I was like, I don't know if she's gonna like me or the fact that like I'm doing the new vital information. I was like, oh boy, I hope I do it right. And then so I talked to her a little bit and I was like, hi, how do I do this right? And she was like, just say the words, like as a newscaster. And I was like, hi.
That's it? Hi. Like, that's all the information you give me. I need more.
Soup is not a finger food.
But if that's all the information she gave you, I'm telling you, you killed it, and you're literally making it yours. So that's what I love to see. And right when we first saw, when she first passed the torch, I was like, I love seeing how they're like passing the torch in different scenes and having Ed be back and like kind of passing that torch as well. But it seems like you guys are making it your own, and that's what I love to see because you guys are a whole new cast. Like there are older people, or the alumni cast that come back and stuff. But this is your show, and you guys are owning that, and you guys are showing your talent through every different thing. And you're a beast, and just flaunt that. So no, it's always great to see, and I can't wait to see more of it because it was a great time. But on that same lines, what's one of your favorite characters that you've already portrayed or that you have or that you want to portray? All right, yeah. Which one of your favorite characters have you portrayed?
Okay, so, like from the old show, ones that I've done, or just like one of the new ones?
Either one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so, vital information will always have a special place in my heart. I love that. But one of my favorites has been Papyrus from Babies Who Brunch and Babies Who Bounce. It's like one of my favorite characters to do because she's all like, and then the bald cap is really fun to wear. And the first time I walked out, I scared everyone down the hallway. They were like, Reece, what did you do to your hair? And I was like, you guys, it's fine.
I just saved it. It's fine.
It's whatever. I made the sketch easier, so it's fine.
How was it like shooting that sketch? Because I feel like I would be breaking throughout the whole time.
Oh, man. Okay, so it's really hard to film that sketch. We do it in front of a live studio audience, but we have to like break it up into beats.
Yeah.
First of all, because me and Chingun break like all the time. Sometimes Nathan too. But and we have like all of the gags like with Chingun, the drool, or like the cereal, and me with the baby food that I shoved in my face, and on Nathan. We had to do that a couple of times, but like they had us do it the first time, and then they just wiped it off. But the second sketch that we did, we had to, like, pause for every one of Chingun's beats because he had to, like, be turned around or stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Was the one that you guys did when, I think it was just, like, you guys peeing and you just, like, stared at the camera and just, like...
we were just, like...
Was that planned? Was that always like that? Or was that more of, like, freelance, or just, like, freestyling?
Well, the first, it was originally just Nathan doing that, and then the writers were like, okay, how about we do this? Because they'll, like, change it up on us.
Yeah.
While we're filming it, they'll add in new lines, or one time they almost, like, they flipped me and Nathan's lines. So, like, for the whole beginning part, me and Nathan's lines were, like, completely swapped over. So me and Nathan, like, already knew the sketch by heart, but it was still, like, we had to flip both of our lines so that it made a little bit more sense, because it didn't make sense before. But, like, the laying down and then peeing wasn't planned for me, and then I did it the first time, and they were like, this is really funny, let's keep it. So
that's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up. I was actually, I appreciate you telling me. I was actually looking over here at the live chat because people were, not only are they saying that they love to see you, they're asking all the different questions. One that I've already asked, but one, Lex Lumpkin,
Love Lex.
Lex, he's like, boom, mic drop. So, He's watching.
Hi, Lex.
Yes. So, hello, Mr. Lumpkin. No, there is multiple bunch of people saying, hey, they love what's your favorite character, but we talked about that. One is what is like an impression that you did in your interview that you want to do on the show? Are there?
They haven't excuse me. They haven't put any of like the accents or character I did in my audition into the show yet, but they have done it for Kate, they have done it for Ryan, and they've done it for Gabby, her coffee character. That was one that she went into the audition with. And Ryan's Tashley character from Tashley and Trad was the character that he went in with, and Kate's hasn't aired yet, so I can't say.
Hey, well then we can't wait to watch it. But no, it's great to see, just like along those same lines, your characters that you guys are bringing in and auditioning with are going to be shown on television, and you never know where that can go. From like Ed, and Eddie, or not Ed, and Eddie, sorry, Ed from Good Burger. If that was from his interviews, which it was, being that what it is now, it's cool to see, because like that is what we know. For me, as a Kel fan, that is what I know him for. 30 years later. So it's cool to see, and for you guys to do some of those like sketches and impressions. 20 years from now, 30 years from now, people your age will be like, "Oh, can you do this again?" And it's gonna be really cool to see. So I can't wait to watch that as like a person that's already doing it for the older show, and just knowing that's what's gonna happen, because you guys are killing it in your own way and creating your own avenue, and it's great to see. So before we get into the more questions with you, because this is your show, this is your hour, I want to just talk about some news that all the fans on All That would love to know. And I think they're going to be really happy about this one.
Yay.
So the first news that we're going to talk about for All That is that there it is. Every time I hear this, I feel like, yes.
That was so cool.
Every time I hear this, I feel like you have vital information. I was like, let me start typing, and then let me get my news anchor on. No, but the first news is that All That has been extended for 13 more episodes.
Woohoo!
Let's go. A round of applause for that one. First off, blessings on blessings. Blessings. I can't wait for 13 more episodes. I can't wait to see what.
I can't wait for you guys to see it.
Yes. What was it like in that moment when you guys found out? And when did you guys find out?
Okay, so we found out a couple of months ago.
It don't matter. It don't matter. Hey,
somewhere from like
what was it like
weeks.
when you guys found out?
When we found out, it was like it was like someone had just like dropped a bomb of sparkles and unicorns, because suddenly everyone was jumping up and down. We were all like, "Oh my gosh!" It was just such a rad moment to be in.
That's what's up. I couldn't even imagine. I was like, it's like great for you, great for the family. It's like so much. And 13 more episodes means 13 more chances for you to do different characters, different sketches, hopefully more musical scenes, because you guys killed it in that last one. It was like girl power in this most recent.
Juice.
Yes, Juice.
That one, I was so excited to do a Lizzo song. Like,
yes.
You don't even know.
Like, tell me the behind the scenes on that one, and like how that all came to be, because that was one of my favorite sketches from you guys.
Okay, so that one, I hit the mic. Sorry, guys. Me, Gabby, and Kate had such a good time filming that. But it was kind of after every scene, we were just sort of like, after every take, we were just sort of laying on the ground, because we were all like. We actually drank juice boxes behind the scenes, because we were like, we got to keep our energy up.
I don't blame you. And speaking of girl power, with that song, we have more news. All That is actually adding another female character. Let's go. We have one more. Her name is
Brooks.
Yes, Arya Brooks. She's a young comedian out of Atlanta, now joining the cast for the rest of the season, and just joining the cast in general.
Yeah.
How has that been?
We love her. We clicked immediately. She is so sweet. She has such a distinct sense of humor. All of us have different senses of humor, and hers like completely just immediately fit in. We love her so much.
That's really cool. And I mean, through social media, it's like they've been blasting it ever since like the 13 episodes, and her being part of the team and seeing that it shows that you guys are family. It shows that you guys are bringing her in, and that you guys are enjoying just being around each other. From the table read pictures that are on your Instagram to the video of like you guys being announced that there's gonna be 13 more episodes, and like you guys doing the high fives, or there's a thing you guys do before you go out on live shows, right?
Oh yeah, it's ready, set, get.
At least we're not going live on Friday now.
You know.
I'm like, Reece, are you going live or?
Ready, set, no, ready, yet, get.
You know what? We're just lucky it's not Friday.
I know what it is.
Either way, it's always great.
Ready, yet, get set. It's all that. It's all that.
That's what's up. I need to do that. I be watching y'all do that. I was like, I need a cool handshake with my friends, and every time I do it, they're like, Jeff, we're not on all that. Sorry, but
I just, dude, it works even though we're not. Even though it's not all that.
Low key, I do that before I watch you guys' episode, so it's fine. It's fine. No, I watch those, and it seems like you guys are like just a big family, and welcoming her is exciting to see, and I can't wait to see more episodes of you guys and with her joining the team. So, is there anything on those 13 episodes that you would love to see that you haven't been able to try yet?
I would like to be an alien in a sketch because I think that would be really cool, and we could have, like, I don't know, like long ears or something, and, like, cool makeup. I don't know. I'm really excited. I want to be an alien.
That's
like,
what's
really
up.
bad.
That's what's up. Make that happen. Nickelodeon, you should be watching. If you're not, Lex,
fine.
tell him, because I know Lex is watching. We're going to make this happen. You're going to be an alien. So, you're not just the only one that's in the entertainment industry in your family.
Yeah.
You have sisters that are also in the entertainment industry.
Yes.
They're both older, correct?
Yes. My sister Cam, she is 20, old. And my sister Maddie is 17.
You said she was old for being 20?
Yeah.
That's devastating. So, I was like, sorry, 20. Oh, you young, girl. You good. No, but so how's that been, being kind of raised in the entertainment industry and having sisters that are also established as well? Like, how's that been? How has that helped you in your journey?
Well, originally, me and Maddie, we originally hadn't thought of being actors. But my sister Cam asked my parents every day for a year if she could be an actor. And so, like, my parents were like, okay, fine. If you stop asking us, then we'll make you an actor. And so, like, she started going out for stuff, and my mom was like, if Cam does it, all of you do it. And me and Maddie were like, okay.
So we're here.
And we were like, awesome.
Has there been any, like, have they given you any advice going through this? Since you're kind of not really on your own now, but you're doing your own thing with all that cast, have they given you any advice going through this?
Yeah, they have. We did a sketch comedy show together when we were a little bit younger. It's called Three Ginger Sisters. You can still find it on YouTube. So I just grew up doing comedy, but I hadn't done sketch before, and so my sisters were like, okay, so here's what you do. And then they, like, taught me how to be funny. So they're mines. But I grew up in a family, well, since I was the youngest, I had to, like, have something to survive, and so my thing was being funny. I would crack a joke at dinner, and then it would just, like, go off, and then we wouldn't eat any dinner, and it would just get all cold because we were all laughing too hard. And so that was just, like, that was my thing. I was the funny one.
So you're the funny one, but do you wanna stay in comedies then?
I do.
Okay.
I wanna branch out. I wanna do horror, like, really, really badly. Because I think that would be really cool, but I love doing comedy. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is there any role specifically that you would love to do now or in the future?
I can't think of any. There's not one that I want to specifically do. I just want to do everything.
Just comedy and horror films. I like it. What's your favorite horror film that's out right now?
Currently, A Quiet Place. Because there is no talking in that entire movie. There's only screams and silence, which I think must have been so hard to do. Because it's like being on set, you couldn't have, like, be whispering off camera or anything because they would pick it up immediately because everything was so quiet. And the acting in that movie is so good. And I love the monsters and their really, really long arms.
Yeah, didn't you guys do, like, a skit off of
Yeah, we did
Place?
A Silent Place.
Yes, that was funny. I remember that. I think I told with Chingun when he was on here, I was cracking up throughout that whole sketch just because of all the different.
Sketch is so funny.
All the different things that would make people yell. Y'all were doing, and it was like, nope, shh, you gotta be quiet. So
yeah.
I couldn't even imagine, like, doing that sketch would be hard, but a whole movie, like you said.
Yeah.
Couldn't imagine.
Couldn't do it.
Mm-mm.
But, like, the thing is that in that one scene where Chingun is, like, looking dead at Gabby and he goes, if you fart, you die. He could not get that line out without like busting out in laughter halfway through. And our director was like, okay, Chingun, we have 10 minutes to film this sketch. You have to stop looking people in the eyes while you do it. And Chingun was like, okay, I'm sorry. And so he just like looked slightly above Gabby's hairline and was like, if you fart, you die.
So,
Which like still made the rest of us laugh. But after a second, so he could like cut away to something else. So
that's good. That's acting right there. Serious and then break.
yeah.
So is he the one that breaks the most, or is there someone else in the group that breaks more?
I mean, we all do break a lot, but it's mostly me and Chin. Like, I'll be honest with you, it's mostly us.
That's what's up. I can see that. I watch you guys do it, and I'm like, there's no way. There's not a chance. If there's like spaghetti being thrown in my face, like we were talking about with Kate, like I could not, like her scenes where she's like the YouTube, yeah, when she's Bree, just all the stuff hitting her face. I'm like, there's no way I'm keeping a straight face.
I was like
half the things you say on Vital Information, I'm like, I don't know how you're like not smirking on there, and then Chingun being thrown every which way is like
for Flip the Script.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't know how he was not busting out in laughter. I think he was just like so confused through that sketch that it didn't even register in his brain for a minute. But afterwards, he was like doubling over in laughter, so it got there.
I could see that. It definitely has to be hard. But before we go, I kind of want to talk about, is there anyone that you guys, with there being 13 more episodes, is there anyone that you would love to see join the cast as like a guest?
I would like Liza Koshy to come on our show. She has said that she wants to be on it. So that would be so cool if she could come on our show. I think that would be really rad. So her, and I can't think of anyone else.
Hey, I'm gonna shoot my shot for you guys as well. I said on another show, but I think I'm gonna do Chance the Rapper.
Yeah.
And I say that because of his song, because he did a remix off of the All That Theme song.
I think he should come on as a musical guest.
Musical guest, he can be on. He can be in Good Burger. His most recent song had Good Burger in it with Kel. So that was like, it just all these things are bringing up. So that's my pick for who should be on there. But yes,
that's one of my picks now too. Yeah.
That's what's up.
Thank you, bro.
Know, teamwork. We out here, teamwork make the dream work. But that is all the time we had, and I appreciate you guys, you being here, joining me on the show, breaking down the whole show. This is the Reece Hour, and I appreciate you being here. But before we leave, let the family, the people watching us, where can they find you, and what's going on in your life?
Oh ho ho! So you can find me on Instagram at It's Reece Caddell. It's super easy. I don't have a Twitter or Facebook, or at least I'm not active on them, so Instagram is my main platform. If you comment, I'll respond. If you send me a direct message, I will not respond.
Yeah, so don't be sliding in those DMs.
Yeah.
I'm watching you.
Bro, slide in my comments. It's public there.
Yeah,
okay?
Public only. We don't want no DMs.
No.
But hey, I appreciate you stopping by. You're more than welcome to always come by the All That After show. We love having you. I need to get that jacket because it's popping. It's popping, and we just appreciate you guys being here. I am Jeff as well. I am your host as always, and you guys can follow me at Jeff Will Jr. on all your social media platforms, and that does it for us today, and we just appreciate you guys tuning in as always. Have a great day, guys.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.